Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome to another video. Boy, have I got some weirdness to talk to you about. Very strange. I did some videos, I don't know, a month or so ago, where I was talking about some experience I was having. This is what started getting everybody interested because I had a lot of alien visitations. It's the only way to explain it. And started saying a lot of different things, and I was asked to talk about it. And so you could be watching this on TikTok, and that's how TikTok blew up for me. But by the way, I want to say massive thank you, 1,000 people on TikTok following me. Thank you so much for supporting me, and all my new YouTube subscribers, all the ones of you who've been there right from the start. So many thanks. Thank you very much. I have just started a Patreon page, but I will talk to you about that in a moment. So, and all my wonderful members as well have been keeping me going too. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you all. So, what have I been saying? Well, we're going to start with that. I'm not sure if there'll be some predictions come out, I would have thought, but I will do a separate video, I think, at this rate, because there's just too much going on. So what have I been saying? Well, it's been very, very uncomfortable. In fact, I'm anticipating something weird going on in this video. So I'm going to keep glancing at the mirror there to see what's going on. Put it this way, I shouted for my son last night because it takes a lot for me to be disturbed, shall we say, about something I'm saying. I've had it happen a few times, but last night, yeah, I can see a circle thing here. It's almost like a vortex thing. And there are people here. I'd love you to see them. And on the back wall, really try to see, because they're trying to make themselves known. That's why we get all the distractions in it. But basically, last night I was hounded by spirit, and this... we'll call them the devil spirit that comes around me. Sorry, I've just had that again. It's like somebody's video bombing, not photo bombing. They're like this at the back of my head. So tell me if you see there was a full-on face. Well, that's nice. Yeah, there are people behind me, and they're coming into the video. So yeah, this guy's walking around in cowboy hair. Past life person I've talked about before, from my past life in Wisconsin in the 1800s. He basically young me, and he was abusive. He was a horrible, violent man, and in the words of one of my guides, a very, very jealous, nasty man. And he's just shown me before. His face was here as well, and he had his tongue sticking out. He will, yeah, get off. He's hanging around, and it's part of my journey to finally release that connection to him. So I've been understanding that a bit more. He has to go. He just has to go. He's horrible. And I have been told before that there are people who are alive today who knew him would be terrified if they knew he was around. So that's what a psychic medium was told. So anyway, he was around. So I'm lying in bed, and this guy's woken up. Now I see on several different levels. Okay, I see the visions. I see spirit. I can sense movement. My eyes will just go to somewhere, and I know I'm seeing them, even though I can't actually see any outline or anything like that. So I just see the air moving. Then I start seeing them as an outline. Then the outline can go black and white. They start getting real features, start becoming really big. Then they warm up, and then they full on, they're there. Yeah, like I would see you. So, but the creepiest one I found at night is when they are full black and white, but they start becoming solid. That is creepy as F, I'm telling you now. And kept coming around. He was crawling across the bed towards me. Under it, the next thing I knew, I could see this noose around my neck. And it's really interesting. I'd been watching a tarot reader I think it was Bronwyn's Cove, and she'd been talking about, and I knew she was talking about me at one point because she said, it's time to, I'm seeing somebody hung in a tree, with a big oak tree. It's time to cut the noose. So I could see this like brown rope around my neck, around my throat, which is terrifying. But I wasn't frightened. I was just, I don't know, I want to go to sleep. I'm tired, but you're pestering me. And this is just too much. It's just overwhelming too much, but not to the point of, I'm going to scream the place down and run out of here, because I see too much for that. And then the next thing, I saw it being cut at the back. So I was sort of, okay, but this guy's creeping. I mean, at night, this guy will put spiders on me, or illusions. They've told me they are illusions. But in the past few days, I've had some very strange occurrences, and I've talked about it. I've been in a lot of plutonic energy. Plutonic energy. Basically, the hidden is being revealed to me. And I have been getting in a right state because of certain things not working. I talk to my guides because they go across my face in the mirror. And I have been like furious. I think I need to eat some more meat. I'm a vegetarian, but sometimes it gets to the point where I've got no choice. Because I get hangry, as they say. And everything goes out of balance with me. So, but anyway, that's another story. It could have been influencing, is why I'm telling you about it. But this person talks away to me, and then they keep, with their eyes. Now they're starting to do this. It's like, can you see that? I don't know if they're testing me. I'm upgrading. I don't know what's going on. But basically, I looked up. They keep showing me a giant scorpion in the sky. They keep showing me a giant, which Pluto is, the core ruler is Scorpio. That's intense emotion, which I've been feeling. And I mean really intensely. A lot of strange things going on. Revealing the hidden and in the underworld. I'm not so sure I'm doing shadow work. I'm just being shown things that have been influencing me that I didn't know were there. And that are basically the dark that's been sent. So I'm going to go into this in detail because I need to talk about it. But this is a little bit of a trigger warning. This could scare the pants off you. All right. So, and I'm being serious. I'm actually not going to laugh because it's way out there. And some people might not like it. I was thinking about keeping it for Halloween. So I'm going to put this one on late, actually. Well, late for me, which will be after 11 o'clock, but might not. I don't know if it'll be late wherever you are in the world, but I will put a bit of a warning on it. But it is very, very, very strange because they've been showing me a lot about eyes. Now, I worry about my eyes. That's, by the by, though, I'm a bit of an OCD person, which I am diagnosed as OCD with certain things. So, and they keep showing me eyes. Now, what they've been showing me, I've seen these things for a while. And the only way I can describe them to you and what they are actually, or they look like, now I've talked about monitor spirits and things like that before, but these things are like, they're people and they go very small, but they are, they look like the men in black who are around me, but I've just heard very strongly there, but they're not. Okay, I've talked about this before, like in everything, good and bad, okay? And watch the previous videos for more information on that. But it's almost like they're all men, right? And then they go on all fours and then they get these stilts. So they could be disguising themselves, okay? Or it's almost like they're trying, oh, here it comes, the channeling start. They're giving me information. They're trying to make out that they are part of them, but they're not. And they are some sort of creature, whatever, monitor spirit, something like that. And they're trying to get information from me. They're trying to disrupt me and my mission here. And I have to be, all right, oh, I don't want to say that. I can see them all over. And I have to now be aware of what's around me. They've taken me to a level where they're starting to show me all of the hidden and the stealth moves that I've talked about this enemy from the other dimensions. It's disrupting the relationship, the balance between light and dark, to the point that we all have to work together, because we operate on this planet on light and dark, but other dimensions don't. They don't ask me, I don't understand, I'm just giving, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. And they come in and they disrupt me, and they want to disrupt my communication with my guides, with the angelics around me. So they confuse me, they cause utter confusion. And I'm now being shown that that's what tips my temper over, that's what tips blood chemistry, brain chemistry, because I have the fits, everything's tipping and distracting me, slowing me up, because of these people, because that's what they're doing. And I now have to be aware of that. They have been it's almost like I've had mediums say to me before, it's almost, you get angry, this guy winds you up, and there are 4 of them. He used to have 3. There are now 4 of them around me that are loyal to him, who come in and cause disruption. But there's all these other things that I didn't know about as well. And this is what happens when you're a light worker. That's what happens to me, apparently. But right, this big blue light, that purpley blue light there. So basically, I'm being told that I get in that state, I'm disrupted, and they bring me back. It just all calms down. Okay, I feel invaded by these things. All right, it's horrible. They are crawling around. What they showed me was, and it is my eye. They showed me my eye, one of my eyes, and there was like loads of them coming out. It's like a horror movie. I'm sorry, and there was like those, and they were just doing that, and then they were bringing them out. They're trying to see. All right, okay. They're trying to see what I see. I'm here to record something. And everybody's got a mission. Remember, this is probably going to trigger, if I'm talking about this, it'll be to trigger you on your mission. Okay. And they're trying to disrupt what I see. They're trying to disrupt me internally, outside, everything. This is why they clear me out. Oh. Monitors. They're asking me to think of them as, well, they're like little spider things, right? But like little robot chips with legs. Do you know, I keep being reminded of that movie back in the day, 1980s. Magnum was in it, Tom Selleck. And it was all about the, somebody will remember it. I can't remember the blinking name. But it was when we were getting to this point, you know, where we were relying on robots to do everything, housekeeping and looking after the kids and whatever, and they're all disrupted. And it's before iRobot, yeah? Way before iRobot. And it was done in the 1980s. As I say, Tom Selleck's in it, Magnum. And the best Magnum, by the way. Thank you very much. I don't know what that drivel is they put on in place of it. Now these days, but anyway, so it's like that. Those, I'm sure there were little spider things, like they've been, but they're like robot, they're monitoring. Okay, and they want me to know that they wash them out. They come in the form of microbes. That's what, oh God, I don't want to know about this. Microscopic. I won't say them all the time, but I have seen weird things. Some of you out there, sorry, may know exactly what I'm talking about, I'm being told. Okay, well, that's a relief if you do, but not at the same time. So yes, I've been saying very, and then they keep, look up, and there's this big, they keep showing me Spider-Man. Okay, I don't know why. But I'm just going to talk about all the images I've seen. Remember, they come to you in the language of imagery, and I'm going to go through what I've been shown just before I started doing this video, and then I'll go back and I'll tell you about anything else that links into it. The one thing I do want to talk about first is this morning, they keep showing me, what do you want me to show them first? Right, so if I'm going to have to try and draw, you know what my drawings are like, I should be taught from my drawings, it's terrible. Right, so say, this is a tunnel, and then we have like, it's all blue, and then there's something in the middle, and I often see the earth moving along this tunnel. I don't understand what that's all about, but say you have bits of energy going off here and here, it's all blue, and then you've got like let's have a look. I won't do the whole thing, or I'll be here forever, and it'll be annoying. But the whole tunnel is, don't laugh, remember. Okay, so it's all of this like grid stuff, all in blue, all along the whole tunnel. Then you've got this bit in the middle, and like, they look like spider legs, it's the only way to describe them, but they're not, it's energy. Like, yeah, it's, I can't say it's lightning. I've actually seen it in this mirror at night, and it's coming off like that, and then out of the middle things get created, or they just become apparent in the middle. And then sometimes I go fast along that tunnel when I'm astral traveling, whatever is going on, and I go along the tunnel, and then things start to merge into a street, or I keep ending up at this place with all of the pictures of the lost souls on the wall, which I've talked about again, previous video. And then I can end up in this big house, and there are all these people standing there, and I keep being taken to this red chair, which is like a throne. Okay, really, I've talked about that before as well. Now, I don't want to get too much into that because I still find that odd. But anyway, and they expect me to sit in that chair. Okay, which is kind of scary, and they mean it. They don't mean, I keep saying, oh, do you mean about my sovereignty as a person and getting into my power? And that's correct, but also this ruling somewhere, wherever, and they keep showing me an Egyptian. They showed me today, well, they don't keep showing me, but they showed me a Egyptian casket, somebody in white, and all these horrible things over it. There's something chasing me and hunting me all the time, and I think that's happening for all the light workers. Okay, which is why I'm having to talk about, why the hell am I seeing my mother here again? Every 2 minutes there's somebody doing that, somebody here, and it's my mother. My God, that's my mother. Oh, okay. Well, nice to have you. Still not speaking properly, no. Long story. Anyway, so it's all of these weirdness, right? But I keep saying this, all of a sudden it's like, looks like a web, and this horrible black, you know, crawling in the middle. Then it breaks apart, or it sort of, I don't know, morphs into something else, and it's a table, or breaks apart and morphs into a table with a load of men sitting around it. And I've been getting, you know, I keep saying, where are the women around this table? You know, where, you know, what is this all about? It looks like somebody that rules something or does something. The committee, I don't know. I could be looking at secret society, whatever. They have shown me a pyramid, and they've cut the top off before, which is referring to the Illuminati and that, isn't it? But I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm fiddling with my hair, but it's driving me nuts, so sorry. But it's really weird. It's like the legs just broke apart, and 4 corners moved out, and some of these people off the table moved out, and then there's a table with some of them still around there, and it's all on this blue grid thing. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Very, very odd. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that now I've done spicy romance, right? I've done a lot of it. I've had a lot of pressure. This is the link to this guy because he came in for the books. For some reason, he came in for the books, and the books were a message. Yeah, even with the naughty stuff. And I just said he came to give it flavour. I don't know, but I have to break this connection. But anyway, I still think it's an element of somebody I know in spirit. Or from a past life or whatever. I'm not going to go into that any further, but that's what I think. But anyway, he has to go. So, but those books, I was told, had a thread in them. They had a message in them. And they're all on Inca at the moment. Well, most of them are. And I've lost hope with it because all the books have been stolen. Well, not all of them, but the majority have been stolen. I was messed around by a publisher. Everything in it's just gone. I just don't want to do it off and on. I get the urge to do it. They're trying to stop me. 1 minute they're pushing me, then they're not. But now I can see that it's him pushing me and they're trying to stop me. And that's the cycle I have to break as well. So there may be cycles in your life that you're having to break, that you keep going back to something, but it's not good for you. So you need to move on. There's a reason to everything I tell you here. It is relevant to you. So have a look at that, what's going on in your life, because this is part of your journey, breaking away from these things that keep you attached, because they're all distractions and temptations. Okay. So I was going to say now about that. But I have to break this weird connection and get away from the writing. I've tried several times to write some stuff and then I rip it up. And it's meant to be ripped up. It's keeping me stuck. But I don't know if it's pressure from him or what. But can you imagine when you're sitting watching the TV and you can see things going on around you and you can see naked men and women having a bit of how's your father, shall we say, naughty, naughty, all around you. And I was like, what the hell? So I don't know if he keeps sending me these images or what, but it is really off-putting. And I'm not prude. Well, if you read my Arabella Kingsley books, you will know. Okay. So it's a little bit, I just keep saying, get a room. Naked women a lot. And I'm not sure it's all about that, though. There's definitely something about what I talked about with the souls and reproduction, the souls trying to come in. But it's very, very odd. It's as if something is coming, because he showed me a man and a woman in a bed. One turned the other way. The man turned one way, the woman turned the other. And there was this horrible thing in between them. It's almost like they're trying to stop these souls coming through. People who are meant to get together and have a family are being blocked. It's that intense. I can sing. Yeah, intense. Look at all these distractions, yeah. That spirit wants you to know that they're there, okay? But it's very odd, and I will tell you about this thing, and it's above my head right now. Oh, I've just thought of something. My mother's come in. There's obviously some issues I have to deal with. You may do too, mother issues. I was estranged from my mother when she died, all sorts. So, but I'm seeing this huge, big, it's not one of them, that horrible man, spider thing over me. And it reminds me of the sculpture. It's in Bilbao in Spain. We went to visit when we were on a cruise. We went to the Guggenheim Museum there. And it didn't freak me out, though. It was really weird. It didn't freak me out. But there's giant spider, and it was supposed to do something with the mother, an escape in the mother or something. I can't remember what it was. But there is a reference to that. So there could be something like that in your... Oh, Some bugger keeps going next to me. I'm sorry. But it's just weird. They're like, I can see them fully. They're just photobombing all the time. But, so there could be something about that, but I'm being watched and monitored. And they want me to see the hidden aspects of my nature, what has been influencing me from my life that has created certain thought patterns, and what is hidden from me, these hidden influences. It's not, there are monitor spirits, but there are things in my life that have caused this damage that I need to heal. So we're looking at that, but we're also looking at monitor spirits. And there is something about, I keep seeing Spider-Man. And when I had my vision before, I actually had the things in my hands where you can, and apparently if you look up the dream symbol for, if you're ever wondering about a symbol, you know, like if you've had a vision or whatever, it doesn't have to be in a dream, but you can look up the dream symbol, and it means overcoming obstacles and being agile and flexible, obviously, but you know, being able to overcome these things. But they also show me things that they'll do. Look at that, yeah. And I'll see one of them on their knees, and I can physically see these people. So can you imagine them all around where you live, in this room now? Are you there? Why are you doing that? Because one of them seems to be lying there looking up. They keep telling me to look up. What the hell is up there? I just get this vision. There's loads of little nasty things up there. I'm definitely going through the dark, the hidden world, the underworld. And I think I'm going up. The last time it freaked me out. I think I'm going to come online hearing really strongly, as in like physically hearing. And I'm a little bit frightened of that, because I hear people off and on, especially first thing in the morning from spirit. And somebody pointed that out to me, that would be just like the ultimate scary thing for me. But I had this when I was seeing a lot, starting to see more, panicked, or that I'll only be able to hear them. And that frightens me. But I think that's coming online. They're bringing it in gradually. I keep at night, what is that? Who's that? And then I hear a voice. I've heard a woman's voice, a man's voice. And it's like, oh my God. Yeah. Really odd. So there's definitely something going on, but there are people sort of like down here, whatever, and they're on their knees and they're looking around corners like that. Okay. I went in the bathroom to brush my teeth this morning, and I hadn't shut the door, and I went to go and shut it because I was going to go in the shower as well, and I can see somebody's eyes through the door spirit go, oh. I don't know how I haven't just run away. I don't know. But so yeah, when you're coming online, you will start, it's an awakening as well. You start to see some really creepy things, some weird stuff, and it's part of the awakening. So I'm going through another awakening process, and you have several. You don't just have one. As you upgrade, it's almost like an initiation. It's very, very strange. You have to start casting off parts of you that are obsolete. You've done that bit. It's like this is the next step to your journey. So and all of the imagery means something. A lot of confusion. It's like 1 minute it's this, next minute it's that. Oh. So anyway, I get to the vision that I had. Oh, the other thing I want to show you, actually, before we go any further. Oh, right, so, and one of them was sitting on my sofa, and I could see him drawing. And I could see sort of a half image of me. But he kept drawing these things around me. So remember I showed you the bubbles? Well, these are the bubbles with things in them, people in them, and they're around me. I'm going to get the stick insect. A stick insect. Oh God, I wish. Hey, I wish I was a stick insect. No. Stick person. So those little balls. And there's lots of them, and I see them. They show me them around. I don't know where they go, but there's loads of them around to the point they're weeding through them, and it's something to do with the souls. I don't fully know what they are around me, but I have come in before. I start to see loads of them. I did have a load of videos. I don't know if they're still on here actually. On this channel, if you go way back to the beginning, you know, but people, oh, they're orbs, they're dust, you know, all that BS. I don't need the camera to see these things. I don't use the camera to see them. If they appear when I'm doing something on the camera, that's great, but you know, I will test it out. But there are loads of them, and I forgot about the videos because, you know, people are just, it's dust. Okay, whatever. Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. I'm pushed close to the edge, so that's why I may come across as a little bit wired. Sorry. So I could see all these orbs. But then I was picking them up more with the camera. But then I could start to see them on my own. And now I don't. I see them. And I had one experience where I saw a huge purple one in my room. That got a load of stick on here. So I don't know if I took it off. I can't remember. It may still be on, right? This is in my house with my ex-husband. And I had mediums come there and they were picking up. Used to hear the floorboards creak at night. I thought it was just me. I used to get up and go on the land. What the hell? But the women in the two houses over the road to me, and there were only 4 in this cul-de-sac. We were right next to a copse. And they used to hear it as well. They just mentioned it and I thought, oh my God, it wasn't just me. I heard people shouting. I could see people coming in through, spirits coming in through the garden, up through the, I had a family room. It was a massive house. Come in there and then through the kitchen, into the hallway, up the stairs. And I knew they were heading straight for me. And it was, I just remember this woman in flouncy green. I used to get all sorts. And they used to come in. When I first came online, my guides went bananas because I was actually that was the first time I was physically removed from the room, because there were all these people and I could see this woman crawling across my bed, everything. It was like, oh, she's come online. Oh, that's what they do when you're a medium and you're just coming, I call it coming online. You know, you're learning your gifts and you know, starting to pick up things. It's almost like so little light goes off in the spirit. Whoa, let's try her. Whoa, at the speed of 1,000 gazelles at you, and your guides have got to no, and they were doing that. It was, I could see people standing in there for days, and oh my God, it was scary as hell. And then you get used to it. But I came in, there was a party across in one of the other flats when I was at St Francis, which is in Berkhamsted in Hertfordshire, which I'm nowhere near now. And that was on the site for hospice. But I didn't know if these, and they were all little orb balls. But I didn't know if they'd come with the people in that party. It was horrendous. There were loads of people. And I remember getting up in the night. It was a hot summer's night. So it was still sort of it didn't get fully dark, and I went, oh, for long anyway, went into the bathroom, came back, and above my bed, all these orbs, like a blanket. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to get back into bed underneath all that, which I did. So I don't know, but I've seen them come in all of a sudden. I just do. So I don't know, but these are more the they're like bubbles. These are slightly different. So I'm hopefully we'll find out more what they are. But they're around me. In fact, the whole room's full of them. Well, that's kind of scary. It's ever since I've started doing YouTube, I've got more. So whether they're people's, I don't know. But these creepy things, and this big thing I've seen before. It's like it has legs, it has a long body, and it has like it looks like a human head on it, and it runs across this grid, and it's chasing, and it's come after me, and there's something hangs above my head, but it doesn't hang like that thing in the Guggenheim Museum. Sometimes I see it's got like 4 legs. It's weird, but it looks like a spider, but it hangs as if it's hanging above my head. Now, it can be a symbol for fear for me. It can be a symbol for divine feminine, but I'm not picking up the divine feminine vibes with it. There are too many men around. And I'm sorry, I know if you're a bloke watching this and you're a very nice one, that's great. But the blokes around me have been, apart from my son, who is an example, he's wonderful, but I would say that because I'm his mother. But they've all been gits around me, so I'm sorry. I've asked the universe to prove me wrong. There are lovely people out there, and I know you are, okay? Please don't get me wrong. It's just I've had a bad experience, a few bad experiences, and so I'm, so it influences me. But there are a lot of creepy things, and they're all, I don't know if it's a reference to toxic masculinity, whatever, I don't know, toxic femininity, we get all these things, yeah, I don't know, but it's not nice to see, I'll be honest with you. It's bloody creepy, and I pretend it's not there. I just heard my guides go, we know. But they want me to say it for some reason. Trying to see over there. And then I see this big palladium ball thing, and this window bit with the world in the middle, bits coming off. I see a lot of the world traveling through this grid. Do I know what it means? No. It's very, 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 very strange. Okay, I'll finish off with this imagery that I saw before I came on here. So I was listening to Fall Out Boy, and they asked me to listen to Phoenix. Now that's really interesting, because the cover for Phoenix with Fall Out Boy is a little young lad, and it's almost like the light and the dark, and they've got him it's the same lad, but it could be twins, I suppose, but you've got he looks like a young monk, and then the other side of him, he's jeans on, smoking and looking as if he's, as I say up north, Jack the Lad. Okay, so I'll have to teach you Geordie sayings. I don't know why. I know why I've gone Geordie, because my family are around me in spirit. If somebody is Geordie, or I go up there, I go very Geordie again. Okay, so, and I heard Centuries as well, and then I heard Supermassive Black Hole by Muse, and Die Another Day. Now, I've talked about, there's some film references in this, because as how they will communicate to me. I have had, they keep showing me James Bond, and the little, the bit at the start with the camera, and then that bit, he tried to show me doing that at one point, which sort of made me laugh too much. But yes, so there's something about working, this is for you as well, secret light worker, working in secret, working in stealth. Okay, stealth, that's interesting. So they showed me that, and they showed me this big thing, and it's crawling around, and it's trying, and then it breaks apart, and it's a longer table with a whole load of blokes on there. So it could be talking about divine masculinity, but I think this is more secret society. Am I correct? You are very correct. This is about who want to keep it in the divine masculine. Okay, and we're all trying to move on from all of this division and come together, and they're trying to keep us stuck in these old paradigms I'm hearing. So it's that, and it's this monster, and they've created this monster. It's all about monsters. So you know, I'm going to get to I have on my Patreon, one of them talks about having a community chat. So if you want to get involved in that, please check that out. I'll put a link in the description. I'm just starting to build the videos up on that. There's several tiers, all different prices, which, you know, whatever you want, really, if you're interested in it. It's to talk about these things, because I don't know. It's really, really odd. Anyway, so the other thing I keep being shown is, do you remember, some of you remember the advert back in the 1980s for Apple, the first? And it's a woman jogging, and she goes into a cinema, and there is, you know, the screen. I'm hearing Pearl and Dean. I keep hearing that. It's like, ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh, why am I hearing that? It's like that blue grid. You know, it was all blue with the words. It's almost like that. It's reminding me of the blue grid that I've just shown you. So anyway, they show me that, and they show me the advert where she runs, and then it's like 1984, and she swings this thing around and then knocks it in to the screen and destroys it. You know, they're all sitting there like, yeah, and they need to wake up. This big new thing's going to change everything. So there must be something coming that's going to change everything as we know it. And then they showed me doing it. Thank God they didn't show me in the skimpy shorts and the top that you has on, because that would have been awful. But anyway, so I think, what? But in the thing that she carries, I had like a net with this horrible monster in it, and I swung it round and into this screen. Now they show me a lot about, they've shown me the grid, people going down, the mibs going down the grid, and then they come out through a screen in a cinema. Now all these people sit and watch it. So I'm not sure. You know, I have tried to write film scripts and things like that. I've been around movie people, all sorts of stuff, but so I'm not sure what's happening there. But apart from it's dispelling something, helping people to wake up. If I'm telling you about it, it's relevant to you. That you, if you're watching this, it's relevant to you. You're a light worker and you've got to help people wake up. So I think I'm talking to people who are going through an upgrade. You may be having nightmares, things like that. Hold on, it'll get better. And then I had, what did this show me after that? Kept showing me the chair, this big ornate, I've talked about the throne. It's a throne. And they keep showing me, they're showing me now. I don't know if you've watched Yellowstone, Beth and Yellowstone. Oh, gosh. And when she's taken over someone, you know, someone's company or whatever, who's gone against her and her family or whatever, she goes in. It's all very done, very, you know, Joan Collins and Dynasty and what have you. It's, but she goes in and she'll say, "You're in my chair." And they keep hearing, "You're in my chair." So I don't know. This there may be something in your life that you have to take control of your life in its direction, the way it's going, and to take sovereignty. Okay. Empowerment. Something you're running away from as well, because that's what I'm doing, and they keep bringing me back to this chair. This is what you're supposed to do. And then they show me the Egyptian casket and this queen, this, and I've had mediums pick this up before. I'm like, oh, yeah, right, okay. But I've had quite a few of them, and I come out. I don't know who. I don't wish to know. All right, but and some link to Egypt. So you may have some link to Egypt as well here. So I know I'm talking to ascended masters, people who are upgrading, leveling. You're here to level off like me and upgrade. Somebody's off the top of my head. Oh, that was somebody with dark hair, flat and long here. Oh, okay. So, that keeps happening. It's almost like I get to sit at the table. Reminds me of that Katy Perry song, Power. Might want to look that one up. It's on one of our albums. It's not one that was released. It's about sitting at the head of the table. I don't know. There's something about that, but this monster doesn't. And the guy in the hat guy, hanging around. They showed me a horrible sort of like the Emperor's face from Star Wars. They're hanging over. There's a lot of monitoring going on at the moment. I just give you those songs. Phoenix by Fall Out Boy, Centuries by Fall Out Boy, Supermassive Black Hole by Muse, and Die Another Day, relevant, and Power by Katy Perry, especially if you're a woman for that one. Well, no, actually. Well, yes, but it can, you know, we're gender fluid here. So actually for all of you, it would be good, but change she's singing about being a woman, just sing, you know, or get it in your head that, you know, it's about any gender. Yeah. But there's a lot of oddness, and it's bloody creepy. There was so much going on at me. And then the other thing that sort of helped calm it down, it's like all of a sudden the men in black angels, and they are angelics, all aliens though, you know, came. There was just so many of them all of a sudden, and there usually is anyway, but they came and they pushed a lot of it back. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm always saying Winston Churchill, well, he came in. And then there was another general came in. Now, I'm not sure if that was Monty. It looked like he had the uniform on of, these are generals from, we get a lot about World War II. He sat over here. I couldn't see his face though, but it's really interesting. I was seeing a lot about him. And then I went to the Warwickshire, Warwick, which is not that far away. Warwick Regiment Museum, and he was all over the place. He was in the Warwick Regiment, which was kind of odd because it wasn't that far away. There's so much history where I am. I always go where the history is. I love history. And all I heard was "Stand your ground, soldier." So, ooh. So yeah, that was interesting, because I was at the end. I am wired, okay, because of things happening all the time, weird things, people looking around corners and then wanting me to look and see this and see that. So there may be something that is being revealed to you and exposed that shouldn't be around you. Some truth is being revealed, hidden influences that are affecting you and how you work as a light worker and how you work in your life with all of your relationships. Whatever it is, something's going to be revealed, and it could come in a dream. So yeah, be mindful of what's around you. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there because I'll just go on and on and on and on and on. God knows what will happen tonight. So, yeah, at least I've got a lot of support, and so have you. Oh my God, what is your problem? Sorry. Right here. I'd love to know. I'm still dithering whether or not to put comments on this. We'll see. But if you do see anything strong, I know you do, Diane. It's absolutely brilliant. And yes, I will check out that documentary. Thank you very much. I can't remember what it's called now. Dimming the light, dimming something. But yes, please check out the Patreon page. There it is again, right here. And if there's anything that takes your fancy, if you like, I'm going to be doing extra videos. I'm also combining it with tarot readings for you because I have another channel. Check out the videos on the Pure Angelic. Oh, that is so... I can see them as like I would see you. So it's like somebody's right here. There you are. So yeah, check them out. Pure Angelic Tarot. So if you're on TikTok, please check out my YouTube channel. Please follow me on there and on Pure Angelic. Check out the page. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to tell you. Yeah, personal readings, coaching, psychic chat, anything like that. If you want to talk about your experiences, you can do one-off sessions with a coach, and as well if you want to develop your gifts, communicate with the angels, whatever, you know, bring that all into fruition. We can do all sorts of things. I will tailor it to you. Check out the links in the description. Book directed, paper bell. And if anybody's approaching you for a reading and saying it's me, they're lying. Okay. I don't talk to anyone on TikTok either. So if somebody's talking to you, it's not me. Okay. Right. As I say, I will do a quick predictions video. See if we get anything out. And I shall see you later. Take care of yourselves.